everyone, Kaminari here. Welcome to another Kami Reviews. This is Season 4, Volume 4 of RWBY, Episode 5, Menagerie. Now, this is actually the most interesting thing that we now know because, one, this is the episode that we find out a little more about Blake and her family life. And in fact, this is the whole episode. But it actually introduced a couple of characters who are in fact part of the White Fang. Yeah, now, if you don't know who the White Fang is, they are considered a radical group, more of kind of like a religious radical group that stated that all fauna is like above humans. Whereas in Remnant, the humans think, oh, the faunus is not considered above us, they're below us because they're part animal. And I have to say that's not really true at all. I'm more or less one of the humans who thought, hey, I think faunus are cool. I wonder if there's a really cute one. But I digress. Anyway, the whole episode started that Blake and Son go Mayport, and they're actually going to a house. They're supposed to, she does explain that why his menagerie exists is because, technically speaking, it is the human's way to say, well, we got you a place, you live in there, and shut the hell up. Which is not a whole thing, which is kind of reminded me what was going on in history, whereas we as the United States can be mean to those who are actually there first, aka the Native Americans, and we gave them a patch of land. And we just developed pretty much everything, and that's how our country came to be, even though a lot of people say, well, that's not true and all that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Long story short. So it's kind of I see a lot of similarities here with Menagerie and some of the reservations. Anyway, Son just okay, where's your house? Where's your house? She pointed to the big house in the middle of the city. Turns out, it looks like a really cool dojo. And she walks in. She's a little reluctant, a little scared. It's I don't know what they're going to do. And, of course, they're actually more or less relieved. She knocked on the door and said, hi, I'm home. Mama Blake, or not Mama Blake, her name is Kali, a cat, Faunus, which I like about her. She's kind of cute. It's oh, she's so cute. And then when she saw her father, oh, hi. It's oh my god, I'm so glad to see you. They have tea. More catching up. It's I heard what happened, and I'm really sorry that your school got totally destroyed and all that. And they explain that although Son said, oh my god, she is amazing. They got the total bad idea. It's so you touched my daughter? Yeah, there's some adult humor in there, but I was I caught that one really quick. It's yeah, no. And I actually have some pretty much ideas, how or why, or what was going on, what's going truly on. And then there's a knock on the door, and then a couple of representatives of the White Fang come in. They're both, one of them looks like a jackal, and the other one's a wolf. I'm not sure. I mean, canine faunus look alike, so I'm sorry, except the floppy ears. I thought the floppy ear ones are actually cute, but I digress again. They try to inform them. It's okay, we have nothing to do with what is going on in Vale right now, and she's totally saying, no, that's not true. You have totally know what was going on in Vale because it was your fault. You, as in the group. And it turns out that Blake's father used to be the HMFIC of the White Fang. Sorry, got eye itch. Of the White Fang, meaning the motherfucker. in charge of the White Fang. That's what we call it in the Navy, but I'm not from the Navy, so. And it turns out there's someone else involved, or someone involved other than Blake's family. So technically speaking, Blake is actually pretty higher up in the White Fang, but she's like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore, kind of deal. She's just like, I want to fight against it, but I don't want to be a part of the White Fang anymore, so blah, blah, blah. And as they turn around to leave, Blake went off for something, and then Blake's father turned to son and said, I really don't like you. And fathers turn, especially when it comes to men who like their daughters, they have it's an unspoken rule that all fathers hate their daughters' boyfriends. But I don't see anything like any sparks between them right now. But she does like him, but they're like friends right now. Even though she made a comment like, yeah, he kind of followed me here. What do I think about the episode, of course? A lot of character development. Like, a lot of information that we're trying to find out. Who Blake really is, besides her being a really good fighter. Turns out that she is considered the equivalent of Weiss. Yes, Weiss. Sorry. Weiss is actually this rich princess-like kind of character, even though she was trained in a way, she was tutored and trained by Klein, whereas Blake was taught to fight by her father, even though the father's actually higher up in the White Fang. Yes, she was a part of the White Fang ever since she was small. In fact, even before that one, but I digress. But I do have a theory that has something to do with Adam Toros. I'm going to give her take. How did she know Adam Toros, even though she was in the White Fang and all that, and she got involved or something, even though she was born into the role? I think what it was, and don't get me wrong, I think it was an arranged marriage. She's technically Adam's fiance because, since Blake's father is a higher up, or was, yeah, keyword was, he's not a chieftain of Menagerie, that makes her a princess. Sort of. I'll get to that later, because there's like one particular Disney princess that's considered a princess, even though according to many things, she's not. But, hold on. Anyway. And yes, it makes a whole lot of sense because Adam Toros wanted to be a leader in sorts, but in order to become a leader, he has to work within and promoted through the higher ups, or in this case, married the princess or the daughter of the chieftain, aka the higher up of the White Fang, aka Blake. So yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Now, I really like this episode. Like I said, it has something to do with more of a character development than anything else. But it also progresses the story a little bit, where we do meet Tyrion again at the bar. They're on, and he looks kind of creepy right now. I was like, I feel very uncomfortable. He licks his lips like, I'm looking for someone. Dude, you're gross. You're scaring me. Bye. And it'll go back into Saturday's episode where you get to more to the story and all that. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the episode. Now, since we're going to move on, what do I mean by Blake being a princess, being a daughter of a chieftain. Okay, Pocahontas, by the definition, is considered a princess. Now, don't get me wrong. Daughters of, like, leaders of tribes and all that are considered known as princesses, even though, according to, like, Disney's little thing going on, is no, she's not a princess. She is not considered royalty. That is not considered true. Royalty, like monarchy and such, for example, like Princess Aurora or Princess Snow White, they're considered royalty, whereas Cinderella was married into royalty. That makes her a princess. Or Tatiana or something, or Tia. Yeah, Tia got married into royalty. But the thing was, when it comes to Native Americans, or at least some tribal groups of people, or indigenous people, like those of the Samoa and all that, daughters or sons of chieftains or leaders of their particular tribe are considered prince or princess, because that's their next in line for ruling. Although, according to some tribal law, the women who are daughters of chieftains only marry, and whoever is their husband is the new leader. Or so on and so forth, depending on how you look at it. That's how I see it. So, yeah. And this is what I made my theory with Blake. Blake is being a princess of sorts. She's a daughter of a chieftain, who's also the daughter of the higher up of the White Fang, even though he's no longer dealing with the White Fang anymore because of his daughter. And in order for Adam to get, like, where he needed to be and all that, he ends up being arranged to be engaged to Blake, and this whole, like, all his comments to Blake made a whole lot of sense. So yeah, like, my darling, my love, why are you running away? I think she kind of despises him, but she had no choice. So alright, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and if you want to, I'm not saying you want to or not, depending. If you really want to, it's your choice. Please like this video for more content. Give me your feedback. Subscribe to my channel for more comic reviews. I'm supposed to do another review, but I'm kind of a little busy right now, so anyway, this is Kaminari. I bid you a farewell. Bye!